Hi guys, and welcome back to Pass and Move. And for today's episode, we've got a great game for you here, away from home in our Parma series. Now, if you missed the last episode, you should definitely check it out. This series has definitely been probably the best series I've done so far. Parma are a very fun team to play with, so shout out to Dr. Benji for suggesting it. Yeah, we're in second place with a game in hand where we can go top. We've been top for quite a little bit, and we just have the chance to go back on top. Basically, the goal difference doesn't help, so we needed a draw minimum. Basically, if we lose, we will stay in the same position. But we are, building a bit of a gap compared to the other players. Almost definitely guaranteed an automatic promotional spot with just 9 games to go. But since that last episode, somewhat mixed form. Some good results, some bad results, and I think the last one was the Bossano episode. So since then, we've had a run of 4 wins and 2 draws. So we've beaten Ferrapi, I'm just going to call them that. That was away from home, so it was a nice 1-0 win. The winner coming in the 91st minute. Incredible scenes, really. And I'm pretty sure that we deserved this game. As you can see, we created more chances rather than more shots. But yeah, the game that really mattered was the Reggiana one. And they were top, of course, and we needed to beat them to try and close the gap. We would have been able to put some distance within ourselves, but unfortunately for us, David Giorgino got sent off just before half-time, and that put us in a tight spot. And as you can see here from our overall shots, we had to try and hold on for a draw. We just went counter, played most of my players on defense role, or rather defense duty, and we just had to hold on, and thankfully they didn't really create much of note. But what followed was 2 consecutive 1-0 wins. Now, if anyone knows, Sir Alex Ferguson always said, titles are won on the basis of 1-0 wins. So it's nice to see us get a couple of ones here, and my players showing the mentality to see out games. As you can see here, we scored in the 27th minute, and this one was a little bit later in the 67th. But what followed was a 2-2 draw. Exciting game for the neutrals, of course, but not so exciting for us. Unfortunately, I thought we were going to win the game on a 2-1 result, but yeah, unfortunately Fabio scored for our opponents here. We were away from home, and we did have the least set of shots, but we did have our 2 clear-cut chances. We took both, and our opponents managing to score 2 goals without creating a single clear-cut chance. So that was a bit of a disappointing result, but we were still top at the point, and we followed it with a 2-0 win to stay top of the league. But we are facing against Bossano, who are 3rd, so we have some a serious opportunity to create some distance between us and the teams below us. If we do beat Bossano, we'll be 8 points clear of 3rd place, and really the title race will just be between ourselves and Reggiana. And I think we've got a decent run in there, a little bit tough. This game's obviously pretty easy. Gubbio is going to be tough there in the promotional spots. Everyone in promotional spots is going to be fighting for their lives. This one's a little bit easier in terms of positions. This one maybe a little bit as well, but they should be in promotional spots. Modena are our rivals. We're going to be trying to right our wrongs that happened in the earlier parts of the season. A 4-2 defeat. I think that was one of our episodes, actually. But yeah, Fano is a little bit easier as well, and Mantova are in the promotional slots, so they'll be fighting for their lives, and I'm expecting Padova to be a very tough game, despite us playing at home. But anyways, that's the updates since the last episode, which was a couple of days ago. Unfortunately, I've been a little bit busy, but we can get into today's game, knowing that a result will send us top and 3 points clear, somewhat comfortably, I guess you could say. But this is the team that we'll be going with for today. We'll get into the game now, and we'll talk about the team a little bit quicker later on, rather than speaking about all the players now. But yeah, a couple injuries, as you guys noticed back there, and we're dealing quite well with it so far, but unfortunately lower league management always holds a number of injuries, and odds are on us to win the game, and the expert thinks that we should be winning it too, and I expect the same, playing with a 4-4-2 formation. But unfortunately our rivals are trying to dominate the middle of the park here. They're playing a 5-3-2 with wing backs, and hopefully our 2 strikers can cause these 3 here some problems. But yeah, I think Scavoni has pretty much won his place back in the side. Obviously our new signing from Norway, he's actually a Juventus player, but he's joining Pescara in the next transfer window, essentially. But yeah, it was, I thought he would definitely hold on to his run, onto his position. I thought, he'd have a good run at games. Unfortunately, he's only a 6.8, and Scavoni's a decent player for us. He's actually, Scavoni's our actual player rather than lone player, so it makes sense to play him a little bit more. And he's done decently for us so far this season. I'm expecting to see more from him, really, and hopefully we'll get a good performance from him today. Colli, our standard centre-back, as Kanini, I think, is a... I think he is a first choice, I think. Yeah, he is a first choice alongside Colli. So yeah, I think we're playing with a strong enough side to win this game, let's say. But they are in third place. They are away from... they are at home, sorry. We're the ones that are away from home. And I will be asking my players to get revenge. And that's exactly the type of motivation we need going into this game. We need the win desperately. A draw would do, but we never want a draw. We always want to win, don't we? And hopefully we can end the season in first position so that we can get our automatic promotion. We don't really have to fight our way into the next league, Serie B, I think that would be. And it'd be really fun. It'd be exciting to see us play in that league. Hopefully we can take Parma all the way. Maybe make them league champions, Serie A champions, as well as Champions League champions. but yeah, beginning of the game there was a bit worrying with my players' miscommunication, but we've dealt with it. And hopefully we'll be getting a chance to see an exciting game today if everything goes well. But by the looks of it, no highlights so far. 15 minutes coming in, and Bossano having the majority of the shots, but nothing created of note. And it looks like we'll take something a little bit special to break the draw here. Either way, we're still on top if we manage to draw. Not too bad, but Bossano getting more shots here, and it's getting a little bit worrying. We might have to switch to counter, or we'll see if we have to go a little bit more attacking to create something more. I think, as I mentioned before, and it looks like my player is going to get a second yellow card, and that's exactly the type of thing that I did not see in a game, did not want to see in a game of this importance. Fortunately, we are a man down, so that means that we'll, he's forced our hand. We're just going to have to play counter now and play as defensively as possible. Now comes the tough decision of who do we bring off, and I think we'll have to bring off our main man, our captain, Kallio. Just because he plays as an advanced forward, it just doesn't make too much sense to play him when we're trying to counter. We need someone to hold up the ball for us, and that is exactly what Ivako will do for us now. It's not over. Maybe we can hit them on the counter still. We're going to go defensive with the fullbacks and support for both the wingers, and we'll just keep the midfield as is and hope for the best. Maybe Ivako can do something special for us here. I think we already play direct, so maybe we can try and get in behind them, because we know they're going to be trying to get more attacking. So maybe possibly pass into space and hit early crosses will do us some good. And maybe we can hit them on the flanks, expose their one-man flank men, I guess you could call them, and wide men. Basically, they're not playing with a winger and fullback; they're just playing with a wingback. So maybe we can hit them where it hurts, and let's see whether we can hold on to a draw here. That's pretty much what we're looking for. But a win here would be nice. Maybe we can score a goal on the counter. They'll definitely go attacking, especially because they're at home. That's without a doubt. And we're going to get a highlight here a little bit too soon, which is a bit worrying. Maybe we can do something. And it looks like Scavoni is going to be on the end of this. He shoots from long range and he manages to score, and that's exactly the result we need. I'm tempted to go on to contain ready, but it's way too early. It is 1-0 though to us. And what a goal from Scavoni. I talked about him being a key player and hopefully showing his worth in today's game. And that's exactly what he does. Such a tight angle. Goalkeeper does horribly. But we'll take it. And it's a 1-0 lead to us. We'll go top of the table. 3 points separating us from second place. And, if we score any more, that'd be great. Because we need as much goal difference as possible. Just in case we do lose a game later on, we will still have a higher goal difference than our opponents. Our title challengers, Reggiana, if that's even how you say it. Tough saying these Italian names, but yeah, our opponent's dominating the game. Bossano looks like we can get one more highlight before halftime, and that's a little bit worrying as the ball's played through Bossano. He's going to put a ball into the box, and Fabriac had a chance to score there. Thankfully, we've dealt with it, and it looks like that will be the end of the first half, and they immediately go a little bit more attacking. I noticed them switch to different formation here, and I think we would do well to mark the advanced playmaker. And yeah, I'm gonna have to do something Come on, lads, we are down a man, but we can still get a result here. I think I'll just tell them I'm pleased with how things are going. That's what I normally do in my team talks, so we'll just stick to the normal thing, even though this isn't a normal situation whatsoever. A situation we want to avoid. My players have a tendency to get sent off in this save compared to United save. I don't think I really experienced anyone getting sent off during the 4 seasons in charge. And immediately Bossano coming out firing, trying to get their equalizer, and that was the first clear-cut chance of the game. And hopefully we deal with this corner well, but they do have a chance to put the ball into the box again. And Garufo, I think or is that Nanzella? And I think Nanzella scored like 2 own goals by himself, or maybe even Garufo scored 1. But yeah, lower league management, isn't it? What a horrible clearance from Garufo. It's actually Garufo's fault and not Nanzella's at all. It's unfortunate that he's the one who has to deal with it, and the substitute getting the bulk of the blame there. Even though Colley's in some horrible form here, rating. Nanzella, since that apparent mistake, his ratings dropped a little bit too. And we are coming up to the 60th minute here, and it might make some sense to make some changes. We're going to take off Colley just because of how poorly he's playing. And we've got one more substitute to make, and we've got to make it count. So we'll leave it for now and see, maybe my players can score a second out of the blue as well. I mean, the first one came out of nowhere. A draw would still do us, you know, a good deed basically. But we do want the win. We always want the win, don't we? And it wouldn't be too bad getting a draw, of course. But there is another highlight, and it looks like it will go Bossano's way, who are attacking from all angles. And that's an amazing ball into the box. Unfortunately, Garufo deals with it, but not completely. And Fabro gets a chance to score. And that was a bit of a mess, but thankfully we've dealt with it. And that is the end of the highlight here. And we've got one more substitution to make. And let's see who's tired here. No one's having an awful game. Some quiet players, but no one awful. Looks like central midfielder on defend duty is a little bit tired. And considering we're trying to play on the counter, it makes sense to just substitute him. I think we'll also get rid of the pass in space and hit early crosses instruction, just because it looks like it's not really doing much for us. Clear a ball into flanks will still do us something, but it looks like our opponents are being a little bit careful about us playing into passing space. We're going to run at defense though, so we can be a little bit more direct in our play. We haven't really had a shot since that Scavoni goal. You know, it's 2 shots on target, and nothing else to note. Maybe running at the defense will open up this Bossano side a little bit more. They are playing a bit more attacking, and there is a highlight here. Hopefully it goes our way. Mazzarani with the ball. Can he do something special here? Hopefully he doesn't lose it. He does the smart thing, plays it to Nanzella, who just knocks it forward to our target man. A little bit basically the opposite of what his teammate did, and not smart whatsoever. And is Bossano bring the ball forward here? They're looking dangerous. They're passing the ball about, and they are in our box. And looks like that's going to be the second goal for Bossano. We have no choice but to go attacking here. We cannot risk. Yeah, we just can't risk going onto a defensive duty anymore. I think we just, you know, we need the draw. We're going to get another chance to see this in 3D, even though I would not like that. Poor defending from my winger, not getting back in time. But yeah, defending, just poor defending all around of it. Can't really expect much when you're playing in the lower leagues. And but I thought this was an Italian side, and if we're going to be talking about stereotypes, I thought Italian sides were good tactically. But yeah, we're going to just change everyone's roles to duties, to attacking, and hope for the best. Hopefully Bossano don't score another and make our goal difference even worse. A loss here puts us in second, but we are still level on points with Reggiana, and we do have, I think, 8 games to go after today's game. So league's not over for sure, and we'll be fighting to the very last minute to try and make something of this season. Obviously ending second wouldn't be bad. It is the media expectations, and Bossano having... Alright, I think you guys understand what I'm dealing with here. I don't even know how we've been top for a while. Considering today's horror show of defending. Look at this by Canini. Just hits his player completely in the face. Goalkeeper still on the floor. God knows why he's trying to jump there. He's way past him. And Bossano get a third. We might get a chance to... No, we won't get a chance. I guess I was a bit hopeful. But either way, 3-1 defeat. Considering we were a man down, my players didn't do too badly. We did try and minimalize. God, that's so tough to say. Their opponents' shots and attacking and stuff. We did manage to stifle them quite a little bit. You could say that it's our defensive errors rather than their attacking prowess, and the game does end 3-1. Unfortunately, my players were not good enough, and that definitely was the sort of game that they should be winning. 56 points. We've let Bossano enter into the title race through that game, and considering we have to play Modena and a couple of other tough teams in the promotional spots, this league is not over whatsoever. So definitely check out tomorrow's episode. Should be up by tomorrow. I'm yet to play the games, of course, but hopefully I'll have the episode up by tomorrow where last game of the season, as always. Last episode of the season is always the last game of the season. We don't have any cup games to show you, so it will be against Padova. And we'll get a chance to see whether this game will be of any significance, or whether we'll have wrapped up the title already by then. Hopefully we have, but obviously for the viewers, I'm guessing you guys would rather see us win the title in the very last game of the season. But yeah, I think that will be all for today. For today's episode, as mentioned, tomorrow's episode, the last episode of this season, not off the save. We're definitely going to carry on with Parma. It has been a very exciting save so far. But yeah, we will be back for the Padova game, and yeah, if you enjoyed the episode, then please do hit the like button and subscribe for more FM17 content, and thank you guys for watching.